do this, you mother...
Greetings, I'm Rob Chapman.
And I'm the captain.
Oh, it's a lovely, warm, sweaty, humid day today.
Summer is here.
Yes.
Well, it was here yesterday, wasn't it? I'm not so sure it's here today, but it's gone lovely.
It's
in England,
really
UK,
warm.
Britain, part of Europe, maybe not. Who knows?
I'll have a wee
By
moan
the time
about
this
it.
video comes out.
How are you today, Lee?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm wondrously excited because today we're doing versus the Bassbreaker versus this tiny thing that will fail.
So, okay, we videoed the new
I set you up to do the
Bassbreaker,
wrestling thing and you didn't go with the
I
wrestling.
don't watch WWF. WWE?
Neither do I.
WWE?
But you should have gone,
Sorry.
That's what you did last time with the wrestling thing.
I don't even remember that. So, this bad boy behind me, the Fender Blues Junior, is the best-selling tube amplifier on the planet, as far as I'm aware. It's certainly the best-selling tube amplifier in Andertons. Has been a mainstay of the Fender catalogue for years now. Comes either as a standard black version, and periodically Fender do lots of sort of funky coloured versions, but it's amazing. And it's a 15 watt, single channel, beautiful valve amplifier with a proper spring reverb in it, and that's it. You just go.
And what you've got to do is you've got to make sure that your doors are extra strong bolted, because women would just flock and cling to the outside of the building like zombies.
Like the Lynx advert.
Exactly like the Lynx advert.
So this has become a kind of a real pedal fans amplifier. It's, you know, being used by guys in their bedrooms through to guys like Jeff Beck. And I just think it sounds wonderful. You know, I mean, I've got my Cap 10 here, so... humbucker sounds, single coil. Bit of delay. Just wonderful, wonderful sounding amplifier. But t'other day we did do that reverb demo on that, didn't we?
And it sounds blissfully beautiful.
So this is Fender's new kiddie on the block, which is also a 15 watt all valve amplifier, but from their Bassbreaker series. It's still single channel, isn't it?
Yes.
But with a 3-stage.
It's got three
gain.
gauge stages on one single knob, rotary knob that you can choose between. They all sound incredible, and it's my favourite Fender amp of all time and space.
And I made a bold statement in the last video that we did on this that I thought I preferred this to this, and this has been my favourite amplifier for a long time. So
and now you're not sure, are you?
Well, and then I thought, well, hang on, there's only one way to settle this, and that's put the two side by side, or fight. And Rob and I thought we'd share some guitars, so we'll play a little bit with this, a little bit with that, a little bit maybe with a regular Strat, and see at the end whether or not we come out still preferring one or other.
Yeah. We should just specify here that, of course, Lee's Cap 10 guitar does come with rather fancy American Seymour Duncan humbuckers and a single coil in the central position.
Yes.
Whereas my stock Chapman ML2, this actually is mine, just comes with the Chapman pickups. Manufactured in Korea.
Yeah.
Stock, but they sound good, but they're not full fat American Seymour Duncan humbuckers. So he has an advantage over me. Already he's one up.
Now, of course, what I have done with my Blues Junior is arm myself up with some pedals. So I've got, this is a no pedal sound. This is with an EP boost. This is with a bit of delay. MXR carbon copy, and this is with the Nobles ODR1 set to about 11 o'clock on the drive. So let's turn the delay off. And if I want heavier drive, I'm just going to back humbucker. So that's kind of that would be my normal rig. If I wanted to go heavier than that, I would have to go and grab a different pedal, but I don't really do that sort of thing.
No, I have but one pedal on the floor, I've arranged my guitar in such a fashion as it would give me a boost within the guitar. So foremost, I've got the polytune. Now, I've made sure to put my polytune in the front of my chain.
Just for tone, not for tuning.
Before the drive pedal, not after the drive pedal,
Sounds better
because
that
you
way.
wouldn't want to tune after, you'd want to tune before. But my gain pedal is the Thomann! So here's without the Thomann. And here's with the Thomann. And yet still I have more contained within my wondrous ML2 because I'm tapped if I untap and slap it back. Freshly strung of 5 minutes ago with NYXL 9s.
Good for you, dude.
Experimenting with the gauge.
So, leave the pedal off, but let's show the wonderful people of YouTube land what happens if you just use the internal ganache.
Okay, so we've gone up one stage, which is exciting to me because one stage more is one stage better.
Yes.
So,
anyway.
So hold on.
So this isn't foot switchable, by the way. You just choose. That might be a bit naughty loud, Rabir. Is that okay?
Tiny bit loud, says Rabir. Let me just back that bad boy off.
Just back that bad boy down. I think that the conceptually here, the idea, because it's not to foot switch, is it? You choose the one of the three that suits your tone, and
you set your rig up.
Absolutely.
So here we go. Obviously, choosing different pickups, I can get gain or kind of crispy. So here's middle pickup. Get rid of the tap. Bridge. And I've got yet one more staged gauged. One stage more is one stage better, which it sounds like. What did you just say, Lee?
Fender have so nailed that tone. I'm kind of, apart from the fact that having the pedal on the floor gives you the flexibility to be able to stomp like that, if just the basic tone of that with no pedal is great.
It's to die for. But that's gain stage 3 without the pedal. If I add the pedal. it sounded creamy.
Struggling. I'm desperately trying to sort of, be in the corner of the Blues Junior here because it deserves all the love that hundreds of thousands of people have given it over the last 10 years.
It's the same company, so the only person that wins here is Fender.
Well, but I guess they'll be, because they're about the same price. I'm guessing a lot of people will be going, which one should I buy?
I think this is the modern version of that.
I think you're kind of... So, there is one really weird fact that I didn't even realise when we first did the Bassbreaker video, and I think we should demonstrate now to see if we can really hear it.
Shall I go clean?
And that's the reverb. Now, that's a spring, proper, old-fashioned reverb tray running along the bottom of the amplifier. I haven't got it up stupidly. Let's go a little bit. Let's kind of go a bit over the top reverb here, Haunting. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, here's... I think I've just worked out another thing we should do.
Do it.
In video format, which is at some point we should do spring versus dig verb.
Well, that's kind of what we're doing here, because I didn't even realise when we first did the Bassbreaker video that it's not a spring reverb in there. In fact, I think I read it on a forum comment, and it's one of those things where you just go, testament, fair play to Fender, band. Because it's like, yeah, great band. Because, we didn't really talk about it in the first video because it didn't really come out. But now that I'm...
What happens if you...
Do those 4 chords. That's perfect. That's it.
Yeah, that does.
Yeah, there's really not... It's a different sounding reverb, but it's not...
Yours has a longer trail to it and mine has a slightly more decay. Maybe not. They're absolutely identical.
There's a giveaway shimmer in there that says it's probably isn't, because it's got almost like a platey kind of shimmer.
I think we're just imagining that. I will say I think that sounds better.
Yeah. Well, more like an old-fashioned reverb.
But what about if you add gain? So,
the
gain, back off the vol.
I can't really. Can't add gain in here. Well, I can. It's got a fat switch thing. It'll do that really old school.
What if you push it in the front with one of those?
But yeah, so if I push it with some of this. Turn that reverb back down.
Well, no. What I was going to say is leave the reverb up.
Okay.
Let's see how it handles the gain in the front. Maybe a little bit of lead.
That absolutely is one of the best Fender gain sounds I've ever heard.
I don't know, this is good, I don't know. I don't know whether I like it more because it's less characteristically Fender. That's the thing.
I think I like it a lot because it's so affordable.
I like it because it just sounds incredible. And you can bleep that word with something else.
Historically speaking, you had to be buying up into kind of the supersonic range by Fender to get those kind of really sustainy kind of saturated gain tones.
Or of course the unspoken unpraised machete, which was incredible.
But was £2,000 or something. Even a Supersonic is 1,000, I think, something like that. So
it's great.
It's just great.
It's really, really, really good.
So, what are you thinking?
This was
so
a
far,
versus
guys?
video. We're supposed to be combating each other, saying that this is. I'm supposed to be saying that's worse and this is better.
Yeah, I mean,
what I think I'm saying is that sounds great and this sounds great.
Maybe it's different things. I mean, if you were to go, if you love to play clean, haunting kind of, doesn't get any better than that, does it? In terms of a guitar tone, it just sounds wonderful. Probably a bit too much reverb.
You know what? For that. ABY pedal, both of these.
There's a rig.
That's an absolute rig.
There is a rig, and they're probably a similar kind of size and power and everything, aren't they?
Does this have an effects loop?
No, I don't believe it does.
It does not have an effects loop.
So yeah, let me just double check. I should know this. I've actually got one of these. No. The reason I don't think it needs an effects loop is because the only way to get any gain out of it is pedals. So as long as you put your delays and stuff like that after the pedals, it doesn't really matter.
In fairness, back to the remit of this video, strike one, no effects loop. Strike two, no gain.
Yeah, but strike three and or whatever, just great sounds. This is the EP boost, which I use to sort of fatten it.
Okay, so let's swap guitars.
You could play any mega guitar player in the world could turn up to a gig and play a Blues Junior and
many do.
Get a clean Strat tone, and everyone would go, "Yeah, that's a tone." John Mayer could plug into that, get a tone, and people would go, "That's fine."
John Mayer could plug into my and sound like he was playing anything,
Let's swap guitars. I mean, I don't think these will sound that dramatically different actually, because even though my Cap 10 looks like a Strat, it's actually made of mahogany.
It's a Les Paul.
It's kind of like a wolf in sheep's clothing, isn't it, that thing? Sorry, we digressed.
We just started.
This is the problem. Is I think we're just into it now. We're just going like, can we just turn the cameras off and just play some guitar? So go on, give us your...
Okay, bit of time. I knocked that by accident, but I really like what it did. That really drives the amp.
Do you notice how I set my Cap 10, and I kind of set this on all sort of HSS guitar. Or HSH.
This one's disappeared into the pickguard depths.
I have a really low output humbucker at the neck, which is a Seymour Duncan Jazz, which is one of the lowest ones I did, and I get it miles away. So it's the same sort of level as a single coil, but with just a bit more bass end. And then the bridge one I wound up closer so that it's much more of a volume jump.
You're running stuff. You are setting stuff up so that the difference in volume is. That's a dramatic difference. If I gainy,
do it.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, Lee.
Sounds great, doesn't it? So yeah, I mean, on this one again in a sort of coil split. That's no pedals. Maybe just put the.
That just makes me want to drink coffee.
what is not to like? So what about for a real clean tone with a, I don't know, like a backed off tone control humbucker, neck humbucker?
Bit of BB, buddy.
I'm kind of thinking, yeah. I've got to say, in a straight, clean shootout, if clean is all you want, I still think you'd buy this over that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But as a sort of a bit of a do everything kind of amplifier, that's the winner, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
I mean,
can you put that gain pedal on this? Because I'm really interested to hear how that works with this ML2.
Yeah.
Ching.
Here we are.
A lot of low end.
Yeah,
I noticed that this
little
tiny, I mean, it's a smaller cab than this, it looks like it, isn't it? Although it is a different shape, but it's shaking things around us.
It's always had a bit of an issue, the Blues Junior, as with quite a lot of small Fender amplifiers, with sort of cabinet rattle and just general room rattle. It's that sort of. I don't know if that's the cabinet or just the cupboard behind it.
That's the women being shaked off the outside of the house, Lee.
If only.
Well, you know what?
I'm going to go and get that. I'm going to go and get Pete's black Strat because we said we would just use a straightforward stock Strat AB. Back in a mo.
Although you're about to play that beautiful black Strat and these amps are great, I just want to say I've got Dark Souls 3 and it's really, really good and I'm completely addicted.
I was saying to Rob, I haven't plugged my PlayStation in literally since my baby girl was born 3 years ago. So all the dads out there will know what I'm talking about.
Well, I got Dark Souls 3, you got a 3-year-old baby girl.
If I get half an hour spare time, I go straight to the guitar rather than to the PlayStation.
Or the takeaway phone.
I've got limited time. Anyway, look, so here's just, as we promised, just what a Strat. You really can't get a bad sound with a Fender into a Fender, can you?
No.
Apart from maybe that.
Wow!
Bad sound. Yeah.
That was... It wasn't a bad sound, it's just unexpectedly bright.
Well, it's kind of that from...
Wow, yeah, let me... Do you want to just plug yourself in?
Go on then. I've just realised I'm now not using my pedals though, am I?
No, you're using mine.
What we should have done is actually swap these ones over.
Oh!
So I've swapped over and I'm now plugged into, I'm using my same pedals and everything and I'm plugged into the Bassbreaker, so... there's no bad one here, is there? There is only which you prefer, and the problem is, I prefer that for some tones and that for other tones. So there is only one way to do this, and that's buy them both.
Take this to this.
Yes, absolutely. Call it the Bassbreaker Pro Junior Blues 15 Fender.
Well,
2x12.
You know, like I said, the only winner is Fender. Well, in which case, Lee, I have been Rob Chapman.
And I've been the captain.
See you guys later.
Toodle pip.
Bye. If I untap and slap it back, you just back that bad boy off.
Just back that bad boy down.
Untap and slap it back.
Just back that bad boy down.
One stage more is one stage better. One stage more is one stage better.